Hello again, this is Andrew Wilson.
And this is Neil Fowler. We are here talking about our worst slash most disappointing movies of 2014.
Okay, we did all the good movies of
14.
2014, but here are all the list of failures we end up seeing.
And just to keep in mind, again, we're not critics. We didn't see every bad movie this year, so we didn't see garbage like Ouija or Annabelle or even Left Behind.
Ah, thank God.
And just for the record, we didn't see Transformers because we learned.
Yeah. Why
What
aren't you learning,
Why?
America?
I'm sorry. I saw three terrible Transformers movies already. I was not going to spend money either
Yeah,
in the
stop giving Michael Bay money.
Yeah, it's like I wasn't going to go to the theater or to Redbox to rent this movie. We're not. It's not on our list, but I'm sorry. You don't
I
need to
mean,
see that movie to know
Neil,
it's
Neil, we're
terrible.
part of the problem. We gave Michael Bay money too, I think. I don't know.
Oh,
Did we give Michael Bay money when we saw like the new Ninja Turtles?
okay. Might as well jump in the list right now. That's entry number one, if you will, Ninja Turtles. Michael Bay only produced this movie. My biggest problem with this movie is the fact that there's a complete lack of energy and just really fun to this movie. Like, why is this Ninja Turtles movie so somber and so lifeless?
Yeah, I don't know. How can you can't take like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and try to do it seriously? And Megan Fox, ah,
She is a terrible actress.
horrible. I mean, she's the same acting equivalent of Pam Anderson. I mean, she's just getting
Hey,
tired.
hey, hey, hey. Baywatch had some Emmy nomination worthy acting in it. Don't insult Pam Anderson like that.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry, Pam Anderson.
But
Love your
yeah,
slow mo work.
yeah. Hey, Pam Anderson had the slow mo. That was the Emmy nomination worthy stuff. The slow mo.
You know, at least Megan Fox doesn't have fake boobs.
But
I'll give her props to that.
but sorry, going back to Ninja Turtles. Yeah, Megan Fox, terrible actress. You can't convince me otherwise. But the fact is, as I was saying earlier, this Ninja Turtles movie is so devoid of anything that makes the Ninja Turtles like a unique property or even interesting. Like, I know they start off as like this really kind of serious comic book, but come on. The goofy Ninja Turtles are the best version of the Ninja Turtles.
It's like, yeah, I hate to be one of those fanboys that's saying like, "Oh, this is not the Ninja Turtles of my childhood." Okay, I'm looking back in the Ninja Turtles. Okay, it wasn't really that great. It wasn't exactly a masterpiece, but
No, it wasn't, but it was fun, and we have fond memories waking up on Saturday mornings to
yeah,
watch them. So, so for that reason, I kind of feel like, there's the Ninja Turtles show that is on Nickelodeon is a far better reboot of the Ninja Turtles than this
yeah, and
movie
this whole
is.
thing attempting to make the Ninja Turtles look more realistic. I mean, they just made it look looking like idiots.
Yeah, like the Ninja Turtles, they look awful, and that is not me with fanboy goggles. Like, design wise, they just look really bad and
Yeah, they
very.
could have made it look more realistic without the weird nostrils and the.
And them being the Hulk for some reason. Like, they're
Yeah,
the size of the Hulk for whatever reason.
I don't know because they figured everybody liked the Hulk. It's like,
And Michael Bay produced this movie. I think, like, I'm not going to just bash Michael Bay this whole film. I will say that this approach, this whole, like, pseudo realistic and pseudo serious version of the Ninja Turtles was the completely wrong way to go about this property. It just does not work with this license as far as
yeah,
this
I
material.
hate to compare it, but it's the same thing as Transformers all over again. They take like a bunch of characters, made them look ugly, put them in a movie with terrible written dialogue.
Yeah, like the
Just so
dialogue.
like Megan Fox throwing like some TNA here and there.
All the dialogue in this movie is garbage. I mean, like, there's a couple of moments where the Ninja Turtles are kind of funny, like the elevator scene, but those are like we're talking about really small moments in a big movie, and it just doesn't really. It just this movie just does not work on any sort of level. I mean, maybe if you're a little kid, you'll like it, but I like garbage when I was a kid too. So,
Yeah, yeah, I don't know. I just there was not enough alcohol on New Year's to make us forget about this.
I will go. I'll go with this next one. This is not an outright terrible movie. It is a really bad movie, and this hurts me a lot because I love this character.
Yeah, me too. I mean,
The Amazing Spider-Man 2. What a mess of a movie this is.
I mean, yeah, I mean, one thing, you try to squeeze three villains together, which never worked for like the Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 3.
I was about to say, like, did Sony just not learn anything from Spider-Man 3?
I don't think they
This
learned
has
a damn thing.
This has the exact same problem, all the same problems as Spider-Man 3. Too many villains, too many plots going on, not enough focus on Peter Parker, like, as a character. It's like, and it's
Yeah,
a
do
mess.
we have to hack Sony to make him to convince him to make a good Spider-Man movie?
I guess you do, because, like, mainly, this movie just really, like, okay, before I get to my summary about this movie, like, just other points, like, Andrew Garfield is really the only thing this franchise has going for it at this point, and even then, there are problems with how Peter Parker is written. He's way too cool and self-confident
Yeah,
to be Peter Parker.
yeah, it's just a hipster doofus version of Peter Parker.
Yeah, like, honestly, I would have loved to have seen Andrew Garfield play, like, a real version of Peter Parker where he's dorky and he doesn't, like,
Yeah, I want the lovable, geeky Peter Parker.
That's the whole point of Peter Parker, is that he is not cool, and he's, like, kind of like, he's just, like, an everyday guy that just happened to have these spider powers, and just, other things with this movie. Jamie Foxx is probably the worst comic book villain since Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze. Like, he is awful in this movie. There's no ifs and or buts about it.
Yeah, I can help but compare the villains there to like Batman Forever.
Yeah, Electro is the Riddler from Batman Forever. It's the same setup. It's the same.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Dane DeHaan's okay, even though he kind of is just playing the character he was playing in Chronicle all over again. Emma Stone. I know people said, they liked Emma Stone and Andrew Garfield together on screen, but honestly, that routine got really tiring to me because, like, the whole movie is just them going back and forth between, like, do we want to be together? No, but I want to be with you, but I can't. And just
and it doesn't really matter because
yeah, well, I'll get to that in a little bit, but the whole relationship.
I don't know. It's okay. We spoil it. I mean, they pretty much spoil it in the movie.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like this. This made me laugh. Like, this movie starts with a graduation speech that Gwen Stacy is giving, where, like, if you've seen movies as long as we have, the minute she starts, you know exactly what is going to happen to her by the end of the movie. Is like the second it started, I was just like, they're going to do this, and sure enough, they did. And I don't know that.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, and made the whole event in the movie have no emotional impact whatsoever.
I mean, it was filmed. That sequence was filmed well, but it's a combination of being told way too early that it was going to happen, and just for me personally, getting annoyed with Peter and Gwen just like doing their stupid love puppy dog routine, like. And I know Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst did the same thing in the Raimi Spider-Man movies, but honestly, the characters were much better drawn in those movies, so it didn't bother me as much. And plus, in Spider-Man 2, he actually gave up being Spider-Man so that he could have a normal life with her. So it makes the whole, back and forth between them seem more poignant and more, have more substance to it rather than, I promised your dad I wouldn't be with you, but I can't.
Oh, yeah, that.
The last thing I'll say about this movie is, like, there are too many plots going on. Like, Peter's parents are not interesting. Stop trying to make them interesting.
Yeah, okay. I mean, the whole thing. I mean, the whole spy thing. I mean, that's just. I mean, personally, with the whole Spider-Man girls going through, you know how they did the whole Christopher Nolan thing with one character? Just like, I'm thinking, like, not gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen. The biggest crime for this movie is, like, Spider-Man as a property is all about you caring for Spider-Man and his problems with his relationships and him not being able to make ends meet at all. He's one of the most human and relatable of all superheroes because of this. This Amazing Spider-Man 2 made me not give a shit about Spider-Man at all. I don't care about any other Amazing Spider-Man movies, the Sinister Six movie that they were just hyping up this whole time. I don't care anymore because this movie is just, It's just garbage. It's not a good.
Just give the rights to Marvel, okay?
And the thing is, even if I wasn't as big
just sell it to Disney, okay? All right, you're not gonna make money off of making movies out of this. Just give it to Disney, okay?
And just lastly, even if I wasn't a big Spider-Man fan, this movie is just not good, even as an action movie, because the script, as many problems as we've already said, is terrible. Even when you remove Spider-Man and all of his characters out of the equation, it's just not a good movie at all. There is no reason I don't care about these Amazing Spider-Man movies anymore. And I hate saying that because I love the character of Spider-Man, but Sony, you done goofed bad with this one.
Yeah, okay, Sony, stop making Spider-Man movies, okay? Just stop. Stop it.
You don't. You didn't learn anything from Spider-Man 3. You know, the Amazing Spider-Man 1 was at best okay. This one, you done shit the bed. There's nothing to salvage from this one.
Yeah, okay. You're not gonna fix it. It's broken, all right? It's broken.
It's beyond broken.
There's not a new director you can hire. There's no actor you can draw. You can't reboot it. Rebooting it was never the answer to begin with.
Just
give it to Disney so we can have Spider-Man in the Avengers, okay?
That's the thing. Is like the problem with after Spider-Man 3, the problem was not, should we reboot it? The problem was just like that Spider-Man 3 had just a lot of problems in and of itself. The solution wasn't to reboot it and just completely ignore why people liked Spider-Man to begin with as a character. It's, dumb. This whole situation is dumb.
Sony, from what I learned from the things we learned from the leaked emails, is like you guys need to stop being shallow.
Sorry, this is my absolute. I know I keep saying this is the last thing.
I almost had a stroke.
I know that I keep saying this is the last thing I'll say about Spider-Man. I swear this is the last one, and this relates to a Sony hack.
Oh yeah, we got to keep moving on.
There actually was an email leak about the Sony hack where a guy from Marvel read the script that they used to shoot for Amazing Spider-Man 2, said all of the exact same problems everyone else has with this movie, and they shot it anyway. So
shame on you, Sony.
You knew the problems.
Shame on you.
You knew the problems with this movie early, and you still made it like this. I don't know what to tell you. What's the next movie? We talked enough about Spider-Man. Sorry.
Okay, well, Pompeii. We got to talk about this.
This is actually funny bad. Like I actually liked seeing this in theaters.
Yeah, it's just definitely. Yeah, I mean, it was entertaining about how bad it was. I mean,
This is basically like a low rent Titanic, like really low rent Titanic.
I don't know. It's sort of they were trying to do like Titanic meets the Gladiator.
That's what it is. It's like a low rent version of both of those movies. And the acting.
I don't know how they thought they could pull it off.
The acting is just really kind of subpar the whole time. Like Kit Harington from Game of Thrones is the main guy, and he's just.
I mean, you got Jon Snow. My boy, Jon Snow.
He just has nothing. None of the actors really have anything to work with. Like the only guy, there are two performances that stand out. One is Mr. Echo from Lost because he actually is really charming.
I mean, he's a badass in this.
He is easily the best part about the movie, and that's not really about his character. That's just him naturally bringing a charisma to the role.
I think he was the one few good things about this movie.
Yeah, he was. The other one that stands out for a completely different reason, Kiefer Naked Snake Sutherland.
Yeah, Mr. 24, Mr. Jack Bauer.
This is the worst performance of the year.
Yeah, it's just Jack Bauer starring as Ecus Dickus.
Yeah.
I know, he was just trying to pull off an English accent, and it's just like his mouth was having a seizure, that was his mouth. It was just like, I said it.
He was a
cartoon. That's how his mouth was.
He was a cartoon. He didn't even try. He didn't try to act. He just showed up on set looking absolutely ridiculous in that getup they had him wear, and he just said "fuck you" Paul W.S. Anderson, I'm not even gonna act in your movie. I'm just gonna lay around, say my lines, and not even give a shit.
Or maybe the director didn't care. It's like, come on, just say, no, 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 enunciate. I'm sorry. It's like, keep rolling.
I'm telling you, the Razzie Awards that give awards for like the worst in the movies of the year. Kiefer Sutherland has to get a Razzie for like the worst performance of the year, because like
Definitely.
I can't think of the last time I've seen a performance in a major Hollywood released movie that was this bad and this like just uncontrolled or unreined in. Like, and the problem with Pompeii is like, besides Kiefer and like just saying how bland of a Titanic and Gladiator ripoff of it is, there's nothing to it. I mean, it's funny, like it's super funny just watching Kiefer and Mr. Echo.
Another thing that really bothers me in the movie is the whole mercy killing of a horse scene.
This scene was stupid, people.
I mean, why didn't they just fix his leg? He just could have popped the horse's leg back in, but no.
Well, because
Jon Snow just walked up and snapped his neck. And the weird thing about it, the one thing about it, the line I hated was that the girl says that was the kindest thing she has ever done. It was like, no, the kindest thing would be for him to help get the horse back up.
I like how a mercy killing of an animal is the nicest thing that she's ever seen done. It's like, yeah, not like helping an orphan kid, like get food or clothes or anything like that. It's mercy killing a horse that broke its leg.
Yeah, it's like, I'm gonna mercy kill this horse. Bitches love mercy killing a horse.
Yeah, exactly. Apparently, if you ever want to meet people to date, just go break a horse's leg and mercy kill them while they're watching you, because
they'll be like, he's in a better place now. So what are you doing tonight?
Hey, the panties drop when the mercy killings happen, apparently, and apparently Kiefer Sutherland is there too, just to be in the background and just act ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like, Roman is a countryman.
And then horse, mercy killing of horse. Okay.
That's right down, Jon Snow.
Okay. We both kind of had the same list as far as bad movies go. The only one I will add is I say this as a Christian that believes all religions have merit to it. God's Not Dead is a terrible movie. It's not only is it a really just a terribly written script where like all the dialogue is bad, all the characterizations are just really one note and really kind of insulting. The message of this movie is just really kind of this movie is really insulting, actually.
I don't even know why they made all these Christian movies. I mean, can we eat it in and out? I mean, I hate this whole belief that we are a Christian nation. Why are we just a Christian nation? I mean, we have people of many different denominations, and frankly, I believe the separation of church and state.
That's the most infuriating part about this movie, is because everyone who is not a Christian in this movie is like the most one-note, just dumb stereotype you could ever imagine. Like Kevin Sorbo is this atheist professor who, of course, is like a really angry atheist, because that's how all atheists are. Like, you never.
Well, actually, a majority of atheists are smug. I mean, not all of them are smug. I mean, you do got your like smug atheists.
But it's a stereotype. I mean, It's like saying like all liberals are hippies who just want to, take the fun out of everything and just drive hybrid cars all the time. It's a dumb stereotype, and just like it's a dumb stereotype that the Muslim dad beats his daughter up.
Really?
Yeah, like
really?
You have this Muslim girl who is like looking to convert to Christianity, and her dad finds out.
Oh God.
He throws her out of the house and like slaps her around, and it's just like. And this is the only.
Oh yeah, that's really culturally sensitive.
And this is like the only representative of like Islam there is in the movie, and it's just like, there's so many moments like this where like the representation is just kind of abhorrent for like, of course there's a Chinese student who's like looking to become a Christian or whatever. His dad's, of course, the really stereotypical, only school matters son kind of Chinese person who thinks Christianity is just a waste of time because that's how all Chinese people are apparently.
I don't know. It's just, don't tell me there's a Jewish people. Please tell me.
They managed to avoid the Jewish stereotype. So I guess if there's two positives, they avoid the Jewish stereotypes and the gay stereotypes. But
congratulations, gay Jews, you got off the hook.
Two last things about this movie. The script, as I mentioned before, is terrible. It's overly reliant on just coincidences. Like Kevin Sorbo just happens to be the boyfriend of this lady who happens to be the brother of Dean Cain, whose mother is dying of whose mother is going through dementia, who knows this liberal blogger who is having cancer right now.
Okay, this sounds like a freaking soap opera.
This is a Lifetime movie that somehow got made into a big budget movie, and
sounds about right.
The last thing about the script is the debates that go on, like the whole movie is centered around this kid, Josh Wheaton,
Josh Wheaton,
Josh Wheaton, and Kevin Sorbo having these debates about whether God exists in a philosophy class, which has nothing to do with whether God exists or not. It's completely separate topics. So why the hell are they talking about whether God exists in a philosophy class? It doesn't.
I don't know. I kind of had some religious debate in a film class.
But even so, the professor should not be talking about whether God exists in a philosophy class. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, isn't philosophy about what is the meaning of life?
Yeah, but that's a separate topic than whether God exists or not.
Oh. Yeah.
So it relies on. So the whole crux of this movie is these debates that they have, and all the debates rely on really bad straw man arguments and circular logic.
It's just right wing propaganda, isn't it? Just Christian right wing propaganda.
It's just Christian. It's Christian propaganda, just making, because all the Christian characters are, of course, like the best looking and the best behaved characters in the movie, and all the
counting the Duck Dynasty guy.
The Duck Dynasty guy might as well not even be in the movie. It's a cameo,
Well, he's just like, okay, here I am. Give me my check.
Yeah, that pretty much is what it is. It's like he's just like, well, I'm here. My beard showed up and my bandana came along with it. So give me a check, guys. I will legitimately say one good thing about this movie. At the end of the movie, during the credits, they actually show a bunch of court cases where there were actual court cases about freedom of expression and religion in college universities and conflicts that arose from different universities across the country.
Yeah, why can't they do something like that instead of take out all that BS?
I would have liked to have seen an even-handed documentary about those cases. That, to me, if it was made by the right people and not just a look at those damn, liberal college people and their inability to accept people's religion or whatever. If the right people had done a documentary about those things, I actually think it would have been an interesting movie. But what we have right now is just a really badly written, badly directed, and really kind of just a really badly made movie that just has a really horrible message to it. This whole message how only the Christians are the moral people, and how, all other kind of viewpoints or anything like that is wrong, and it's so dismissive about them is really that's inexcusable to me.
It's like, okay, look, people, all right, let's make this clear, okay? It doesn't matter which religious denomination you have. It doesn't matter what political affiliation you have.
This movie is terrible regardless.
Yeah, regardless. What it matters is that you are a good person.
Yeah, I don't care if you're Muslim or not. Just don't be a jerk to me, and I'm fine with you.
Yeah, it's like, come on, people, let's coexist.
This movie is like the very antithesis of people trying to tell people to coexist. It's like them just saying don't be an atheist or else you'll turn into into a rich snob like Kevin Sorbo, and don't be a Muslim because your dad will slap you around if whatever.
Yeah, because Muslims are misogynists and like, oh yeah, Christians, they're never misogynists, although they do.
This movie just misses so many opportunities to actually have an interesting dialogue about, people about religion in people's lives and how different cultures react to Christianity as a whole. But it just takes the easy way out and just making everything so black and white and so just one note that there's no opportunity to have a real movie. It's just propaganda, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why it's the worst movie of the year to me. Spider-Man made me mad. Pompeii was just badly made. This one actually kind of made me mad about its message.
Yeah, so let's hope we don't have any more crap this year.
But hey, it wasn't movie 43. So there's something God's Not Dead that's going for it. It wasn't movie 43.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that was our picks for the worst movies of 2014. Let's have a good 2015, and hopefully we will see some better bad movies this year. More Pompeii's, less God's Not Dead.
I'm with you there.
All right, till next time, guys. Bye.
See ya.